This is the CarpodGo T3 Pro, a sleek touchscreen dashboard console that adds Apple CarPlay or Android Auto to virtually any vehicle in just 5 minutes, giving you an instant tech upgrade for a fraction of the cost of buying a new car with a fancy screen. I actually reviewed the CarpodGo T3 Pro in summer 2024, and it's had several firmware updates since then, particularly around its Android Auto interface, so I wanted to take another look at it and see how it's performing in 2026. It features a large, high-quality 8.9-inch display with a 1920 by 720 resolution screen, 700 nits of brightness, and smooth running at 60 frames per second, which is unusual for dashboard consoles. You'll get multiple playback options, including Bluetooth support that integrates with your existing steering wheel controls for truly wireless convenience. You can also add an optional Full HD reversing camera, which wires into your reverse light and provides a full screen view of what's behind your vehicle. And just so you know, CarpodGo provided the device for me to make this video, though as always all the thoughts and opinions are my own. If you like what you see, I've got affiliate links in the description below, and using my discount code LensOfJames at checkout will get you $50 or around £40 off your order from CarpodGo.com, who ship worldwide. Taking the T3 Pro out of the box, you're greeted by a sleek 8.9-inch display with modern curved edges that blend smoothly into the rear plastic housing. The bezel is thin, though slightly thicker along the bottom, and the fully laminated 1920 by 720 screen should deliver high image quality, something we'll test shortly once it's powered on. The device itself is slim, and flipping it over reveals a smooth matte black finish that continues the modern look. On the rear you'll find the speakers and a row of ports. A USB-C port for power, a 3.5mm aux port for wired audio, a 2.5mm port for the optional reversing camera, the built-in microphone, and another USB-C port dedicated to firmware updates which are released regularly on the CarpodGo website. Setting the screen aside, you'll find a range of included accessories, with a few extras depending on whether your car uses Bluetooth, aux, or FM for audio. The standard accessories bundled with the T3 Pro include a fixed console mount, a magnetic base, and a spare adhesive pad. It's one of the most minimal mounting systems I've seen for a dashboard console and is highly adjustable. The mount connects to the earlier mentioned magnetic base, which provides an impressively strong 8kg hold, so the screen isn't going anywhere. If that setup doesn't fit your needs, there's also a suction cup mount. These mounts are sturdy, offer multi-directional adjustability, and use an extremely sticky suction pad to ensure it stays fixed to the dash. A flexible mounting plate is included to help with uneven surfaces. Also in the box is a 12V to USB-C power cable featuring an additional USB-A port for extra connectivity and an on-off switch. You also get a short 10cm USB-C male to USB-A female cable for firmware updates, a user manual, and a few thin double-sided sticker strips should you need them. There are also 3 optional accessories worth considering. The first is the reversing camera, which includes a 6-meter cable, long enough for the majority of vehicles. It uses a 4-pin connector for the extension cable, a 2.5mm jack for the console, and has a red wire that connects to your reversing light so the camera automatically displays when you shift into reverse. New to this latest T3 Pro version is a car camera filter, which can be wired in to help with an unstable reversing light current, and this will help remove flicker. The second optional accessory is a Bluetooth aux receiver. Plug it into your vehicle's USB and aux ports and it will broadcast a Bluetooth signal for the T3 Pro to connect to. Ideal for cars without built-in Bluetooth, but with a 3.5mm aux input. A user manual for this is included. Finally, if your car has neither Bluetooth nor an aux port, the third accessory, a Bluetooth FM transmitter which I don't have on hand to show, lets you pair wirelessly and play audio through your car radio via an FM frequency. Installing the CarpodGo T3 Pro in your vehicle takes just 5 minutes and you can do it yourself very easily. Start by choosing either the suction cup or sticky pad mount, attach your chosen mount to the magnetic base, and then connect the base to the device. Next, decide where you want the screen to sit. To stop it wobbling around or falling off, you ideally want it to mount somewhere where the screen can rest on the dashboard for stability. Once the mount is in place, simply snap the device onto it and plug the USB-C cable into the power port, with the other end going into the vehicle's 12V socket. That's really all there is to it. When you start the vehicle, the T3 Pro now powers on automatically. The only optional step is hiding the cables. As you might notice, I've got a few wires visible from other devices I've tested. Every vehicle's trim comes apart differently, but most panels simply pop off and wires can be hidden behind. Grab yourself a set of trim removal tools if you want to do this yourself, as this will avoid damaging your interior. Turning the T3 Pro on, the screen quality stands out immediately. It's vibrant and sharp, and once the company logo disappears, you're greeted with a clean, minimal home screen. The screen boots from fully off to ready to use very quickly and is one of the faster consoles I've tested. Let's dive into the apps and settings to see what the T3 Pro can do. If you notice any lines or flickering in the video as we go, that's just my camera, not the screen. The display itself is bright, sharp, and far better than a camera can capture. We'll start with CarPlay. Tapping the app brings up connection instructions for iPhone users, and the next app, Android Auto, follows the same process. I'll be using an Android phone, but setup is straightforward for both systems. All you need to do is go to your phone's Bluetooth settings and pair with the device. After accepting a permission pop-up on your phone screen, you're fully connected. From then on, whenever you start your vehicle, the T3 Pro boots up and automatically reconnects to CarPlay or Android Auto. Next up is the Bluetooth app, which takes you to the Bluetooth settings menu. Here you can toggle Bluetooth on or off, rename the device, enable or disable Auto Connect, and clear your paired device list. Back on the home screen, the display menu offers a handful of useful options. The first is night shift. It lets you set a time window during which the screen dims slightly and is ideal for night driving. Next is brightness control, where you can adjust day and night sensitivity and toggle the light sensor for automatic dimming as ambient light changes. The display reaches 700 nits, making it exceptionally bright and fully visible in daylight. There's also a wallpaper section with 3 options to choose from. Then there's the logo menu. CarpodGo says the T3 Pro includes 95% of car manufacturer logos. I was easily able to find the Nissan logo for my NV200 van and set it as the boot screen, nice for blending the device seamlessly into your vehicle. Lastly, you'll find the CarPlay settings, including steering wheel position, the option to toggle the 60 frames per second mode, and a 10-second timeout that returns you to CarPlay or Android Auto if the home screen has been left idle. The final icon in the first row leads back to the main settings, where you can change the language, date and time, and toggle the static track line or the overlay line for the reversing camera on or off. This is also a good moment to say that the screen is extremely responsive. There's no lag at all and feels great to use. Returning to the home page, there's another row of 3 apps. The first is the System Info page, where you can view system details, check for updates, or perform a factory reset. Next is one of the most important sections, audio output. The T3 Pro offers 4 different ways to play audio. The first is dual Bluetooth display only, the option most users will prefer. It allows completely wireless playback while still using your car's steering wheel controls. To make this work, you connect your phone to the T3 Pro via CarPlay or Android Auto, and then connect your phone to your car's Bluetooth for audio. Your phone tells the car to play the sound, while telling the T3 Pro what to display. It's clever, seamless, and something not all dashboard consoles support, so it's great to see it here. The second option is FM transmission, which lets you play sound through a radio frequency. Match the frequency on both the T3 Pro and your car radio, and your audio comes through the speakers. Third is aux, a wired method that connects a 3.5mm cable from your vehicle's aux port to the matching port on the T3 Pro. The final output option is speaker, which uses the T3 Pro's built-in speakers. If any other audio method is active, the console speakers, which are fairly basic, are muted. The last button, the Bluetooth transmission icon, simply takes you back to the same settings area as the FM option. There's one more setting not shown as a homepage app, volume. Here you can individually adjust media, navigation and phone call volume levels to your liking. One of the biggest reasons people buy dashboard consoles is to use CarPlay or Android Auto. While I don't have an iPhone to show CarPlay, I can walk you through the Android Auto interface, which is designed by Google. Once you're connected, you can split the screen between navigation and your preferred music app, with each taking up either 1/3 or 2/3 of the display. You can also switch to full screen navigation, which is far easier to follow than a phone screen because of the T3 Pro's large display. When notifications come in, you can choose to have them read aloud, and you can reply using voice input. Google Assistant is also built in, so you can ask questions or give commands completely hands-free. On the right side of the screen, there's a quick access bar for jumping between frequently used apps. Tapping the 9-dot icon in the bottom right opens the full list of Android Auto compatible apps installed on your phone. Android Auto also includes several adjustable settings, such as whether it should launch automatically and whether maps should use day or night mode. There have also been a number of updates in the year and a half since I last tested the T3 Pro, and these are often things you might not necessarily notice, such as Android Auto stability, speed and font size, as well as updates to voice assistance and screen responsiveness. One thing that I did notice right away, however, is that the slight stretch to the screen image which I didn't like previously is now gone, which I'm really pleased to see, and it's nice CarpodGo has taken that feedback on board. You can find updates for your T3 Pro under the download section of the CarpodGo website. Format a USB stick under 64GB in size to FAT32 format, download the update, unzip it and copy the 3 files to the USB. Insert it into the spare USB-C port on the back of the device, using the USB-A to USB-C adapter if necessary, and in settings tap About and then System Update. After a couple of minutes, you'll be on the latest version. I always like to have a rear view camera when reversing, and having a screen like the CarpodGo T3 Pro in your car means that you've got a huge display to look at. The optional rear view camera available from CarpodGo adds a significant boost to your visibility when parking. It comes with a 6-meter cable that connects to the camera via a 4-pin connector. The 2.5mm jack plugs straight into the T3 Pro, and the remaining red wire needs to be connected to the vehicle's reversing light wire. This ensures the camera activates automatically and displays on the screen the moment you shift into reverse. I've made a full step-by-step installation video which you'll find linked in the top right corner and in the description below, but the quick version is this. Feed the 6-meter cable into the rear of the vehicle, locate the reversing light wire, connect the camera's red wire to it, route the black cable through the rear door to the outside, and screw the camera in place. After testing that everything works, you can hide the long cable inside the vehicle and fine-tune the camera angle before tightening it down. The whole process took me a few hours. While every vehicle is slightly different, the overall method is nearly always the same. Once done, it's absolutely worth it to get the most out of the T3 Pro. Prices vary by retailer, but the CarpodGo T3 Pro is usually found around £160 or $200, or sometimes even a little bit less, so it's worth looking around for the best price. If you buy from CarpodGo.com, be sure to use my discount code LensOfJames at checkout, which takes $50 or around £40 off your order. I've got the affiliate link to the CarpodGo store, which ships worldwide, and to the Amazon listing in the description below, which both usually have the best prices available. I've tested a lot of dashboard consoles over the years, and the CarpodGo T3 Pro is definitely one of the best I've used. Its sleek design blends nicely with most car interiors, and the fully laminated 60 frames per second display is excellent, and easily one of the highest quality and most responsive screens I've seen on a unit like this. But one of the things I like most is that CarpodGo as a company have a proven record of listening to their customers and committing to updates in the long term, so your T3 Pro device remains relevant and working for years to come. Honestly, there's not much more to say, it just works consistently and reliably exactly the way you want it to. If you've enjoyed this video and think I've earned it, please take a moment to like it and subscribe to my channel for more content just like this. Thanks for watching.